Hello, our name is Kaitlyn B and Aimee L, and today we're discussing Balzac and the Little Chinese Seamstress by Sijie. The novel is set during the Cultural Revolution in China, a time when books were banned, education was restricted, and many young people from educated families were sent to remote areas for remote education through physical labor. This is the situation of the two protagonists, Lao and Ma, whose lives brighten when they meet the tailor's daughter, known as the Little Chinese Seamstress. Her beauty, spirit, and curiosity become a source of hope for both. Sijie focuses heavily on the themes of feminism and female development through the character of the Little Chinese Seamstress. Through her exposure to forbidden Western literature, she evolves from a naive mountain girl into an independent woman. Noting this transformation is shaped by the Western novels that Ma and Lao read to her, especially the works of Balzac. The power of storytelling drives her to challenge herself and ultimately escape her traditional cultural and social constraints.
When Lao and Ma first encounter her, their view of her is shaped by narrow expectations. Ma focuses on her appearance, describing that she had a glowing complexion and her features were fine, almost noble. Her beauty becomes her defining characteristic to them, and not much attention is given to who she is beyond that. Lao even claims, "She's not civilized, at least not enough for me," revealing how quickly they assume she lacks refinement or knowledge simply because she is from a rural village.
In a letter she writes, "I was taught to read and write by my father. You can class me among those who have completed elementary education." This simple statement pushes back against the way Lao and Ma initially see her. She quietly asserts that she has a foundation of learning and a desire for more. As she is introduced to Western literature through the Boys' Secret collection stolen from Four Eyes, she begins to have a shift in her. When she wears a jacket with Balzac's words written onto it, she says that having Balzac's words next to her skin made her feel good and also more intelligent. Exposure to those stories energizes her. They open possibilities she hadn't imagined before, possibilities about herself, the world, and her future.
These changes become more visible in her behavior. When she dives into the water to fetch Lao's keyring, she recognizes how we see her and pushes back thinking, "You think I'm like a silly dog that keeps running to fetch the stick thrown by its master. I'm not like those young French girls Balzac talks about. I'm a mountain girl. I just love pleasing Lao, that's all there is to it." Her words make it clear that she acts from her own will, not because she is obedient or simple, but because she chooses to.
Her sense of identity broadens further when she acts out scenes from the book with Lao. She describes the experience saying, "Before I had no idea that you could take on the role of a completely different person and still be your own self." This moment symbolizes her realization that she can imagine a life beyond her predetermined role as a village seamstress.
Even Ma is influenced by the stories they read. He recalls, "It was not long before I took it upon myself, out of a sense of courtesy and respect for womanhood that I have learned from Balzac, to relieve the little seamstress of her laundering duties." The book subtly shifts the dynamics between them, encouraging more respect, complexity, and understanding.
A pivotal moment in her development occurs when she becomes pregnant in a time and place where abortion is illegal and unwed mothers are forced to face severe consequences. The pregnancy and abortion become a symbol of her new identity. She has been given the chance to start over, and she takes it, ultimately leaving behind the traditional expectations of herself. After the procedure, Ma notes her strength. She insisted that there was no need for her to rest at the inn before we set out for home. She remains determined, self-possessed, and resilient.
Over time, she continues shaping her identity in ways inspired by the novels. Lao mentions that she had made herself a brassiere. She had been inspired by something in Madame Bovary. Soon after, she begins to transform her outward appearance as well. The loveliest, sophisticated mountain girl had vanished without a trace. Her evolving style reflects the eternal growth already underway. She is becoming someone defined by her own choices.
Her ultimate turning point comes out when she secretly obtains travel documents and decides to leave the village of her city. Her father explains that she had made plans to change her life and try her chances in the city. This decision symbolizes her self of direction and independence, as she is no longer someone wanting to be guided.
When Lao tries to stop her, she tells him something she learned from Balzac. Lao repeats it to Ma. She says she had learned one thing from Balzac, that a woman's beauty is a treasure beyond price. The meaning goes beyond appearance. It reflects her newfound understanding of her own worth, her individuality, and her right to shape her life.
By the end of the novel, the Little Chinese Seamstress had transformed from a girl defined by others' perceptions into a young woman defining herself. She leaves her old life behind and finds the independence in the city, rejecting the view that she could be a passive, one-dimensional woman. Her decision to leave can be seen as a feminist triumph as she finally finds agency and has the ability to control her own destiny.